Hey, Rodney, thanks for taking the time today.
No problem.
We will get started here with Mike Kay and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey Rod, thanks for doing this.
Yep.
I know there's been some speculation that you might start uh, training camp or even week one on PUP, but you came out with a video recently and said that your goal and your plan is to be available week one. How is the progress going with the recovery, and why are you so confident that week one will be the mark?
Yeah, I'm just extremely confident in the work I've been putting in. The progress has been great from week to week, month to month. Trusting in the trainers, everyone from the strength staff to the medical staff as well. Just trusting in them and trusting in the process, really. And I think, for myself, it's just a mindset, man. I have to put myself, take myself there. That is my goal. I want to be available for my team, not for only 8 games, but for all 17. And so that is my motivation. And so for me, I have all intentions on being there week one. At the end of the day, you got to listen to your body and listen to everyone around me. But I am grinding around the clock to be available for my team.
We'll go to Dave and then EJ.
Rod, I remember last year after you suffered the injury, you mentioned and you kind of admitted that there was a moment where you start to question your football future and all that stuff. What was it like transitioning from that to then attacking the rehab?
Yeah, man, I did have a moment to myself where yeah, I did question my football career, but I think I was encouraged by a lot of the text messages and support that I received, on social media from family, friends, and fans, honestly. And that really reminded me of who I am and my character and what I stand for and who I'm doing it for. So quickly, man, I moved on and I just committed myself to the workout and the rehab process, really. And so now I'm about 5 months out, feeling good and just going to continue to work. Just take it one day at a time, one week at a time, and the mindset is always just to continue to improve.
Go ahead, EJ and then Jamie.
Hey Rodney, I wanted to ask you a non-football question. Actually, yesterday marked 1 year since George Floyd was murdered. I wanted to just kind of ask you, as one of the team leaders and one of the more active people on the team, what your memories are from the last year as far as the response to his death went, and what you think of the change that's happened in that time.
Yeah, I mean, we all yesterday was a reminder of an incident that was tragic to us all that we witnessed, and continue to pray for the Floyd family. They lost a loved one that they no longer can see, share memories with, share holidays with, and so my respect goes out to them. But I think that woke America up in a sense, in a time where we were hit with this pandemic, and now we saw this horrific event take place, and it really, I think, sparked kind of a fight in a lot of people, created a lot of uncomfortable conversations. And I think, trending in the right direction when it comes to change. You've seen a lot of people get involved. You've seen, the NFL take a huge stance. You've seen the NBA. I mean, all across sports, man. And that's the one thing that brings people together and that draws a lot of attention and has some of the largest platforms, man. So, for us or for guys like myself, we just have to continue to be committed to the work, knowing that did spark, but that didn't finish anything, and we have to continue to be as committed as we once were a year ago, right? Have that same sense of urgency and be action driven, most importantly. So, I know for myself and my family and our foundation, we'll continue to, fight the fight. And as the season comes along, I know as an organization, we will continue to live out the message that we set last year and just try to move the needle forward in some way.
Go ahead, Jamie and then John.
Rodney, I know last year was obviously a tough one for you, and I was curious, your thoughts on the way everything went down, losing, the coaching staff, and with that, being in the building with a new coaching staff, did that kind of re-energize you at this stage in your career, kind of starting fresh and having to start everything new with this whole new group?
Yeah, I think I had a lot of respect for everybody, all the coaching staff, and everyone who was a part of my career here in Philadelphia over the past 5 years. Extremely grateful in the memories that we share, but now you have to flip the page. There's a new group in town, and there's a new sense of energy. And I'm loving everything that Coach Sirianni is bringing to the table and his staff, from an energy standpoint to a football IQ and teaching us about the game. That's something that we stress each and every day, and something that will help us win a lot of games this year. So, yeah, you talk about a guy like myself who's in year 10, man, and this injury was motivation enough, but now having this new staff and new energy, and really, I look at it as an audition all over again, right? I have to prove myself again, which I often do every single year. I live in that mindset, but I think this helps out even a little bit more because they don't know me. They're getting to know me, but I just want to go out there and prove myself and prove why I am who I am.
Go ahead, John, and then Martin.
Hi, Rod. We were just talking to Anthony Harris. You guys have known each other for a long time. Have you kind of envisioned how you guys will complement each other when you're healthy? And also, I wanted to get your first impressions on JG, Jonathan Gannon, and Denard, your new position coach.
Yeah, so there's a lot of history with two out of those three guys. Anthony and I played together at Virginia for 1 year. I was a senior. He was a freshman. So I was kind of like his big bro to him in a sense, mentored him. And, coaches told me right then and there, once you leave, man, he's going to be the guy. And he proved that. He had a hell of a career at Virginia. And once he got his shot in the league, he thrived, man, and shined. So I was, super excited when he hit me up right before everybody got the word that he was coming. And, we've been building since he got here, really, just, talking ball, talking about, how we both will be used, and just, looking forward to this year, man, and us being able to put our resume out there as a tandem. And I'm really looking forward to making big plays. When it comes to Denard, he coached me at the Rams, been knowing him longer than that. Somebody who I have a lot of respect for, and honestly, I look to for a lot of guidance. But he's really big on fundamentals and technique, which I love most about him, and is very passionate, man. And guys are responding well to him, so that's a good thing to see thus far. And then JG, same thing. A lot of energy, a lot of passion, and you can tell and in his meetings and how he is out on the field, very detail-driven. But, man, I think this is going to be a real good year for us as a defense. I'm excited what we can bring to the table, and especially within his scheme, allowing everybody to, utilize their skill sets. I think his defense is crafted for guys to succeed and really lock into what guys do best. So I'm excited about everything this year and the fact that and what type of defense we can be.
All right, we'll take a couple more here. So let's go to Martin, Les, and then Zach.
Hey, Rodney, good to talk to you again. I was kind of along the lines of what I wanted to ask you. But, obviously, it's you guys are 2 years removed from, Malcolm Jenkins leaving and, Jalen Mills was playing the position last year. And now you got Anthony Harris and some young guys coming up. And I was just kind of wondering, your thoughts overall, on the talent at safety and, you see a guy like Kayvon Wallace, how much this helps him build, I guess, towards, eventually taking over, if possible, and, how much you and Anthony can kind of add to that.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of depth there at the safety position. A lot of talented players, skilled in their own way, honestly. You have a guy like Anthony and I who have the most experience and can share a lot of what we know about the game to a guy like Kayvon Wallace and a guy like Marcus Epps, who really haven't had as many reps, but man, the talent is there. The willingness to learn and get better. You see that from those guys. You got Andrew Adams, another guy who just won the Super Bowl, right? So he's bringing over that leadership qualities, and he's seen a lot as well. And so you see a room full of guys just honestly willing to out here trying to prove themselves and get better, man. We like the group that we have. That extends out to our cornerbacks as well. Darius Slay and Avante, and you have some younger guys over there. Mike Jaquette, Kayvon. The list kind of goes on, man. And I'm really looking forward to building with this new group, the identity that we're going to create here, the memories that we're going to create, and I'm saying we're going to win a lot of games this year with the secondary that we have. So right now it's the time that we work, we build, we get familiar with one another, and then when camp comes, man, we put everything together and get ready for Atlanta the first week.
Go ahead, Les.
Hey, Rodney. You were talking about your injury early on in the Zoom here. The first, I think, 6 years you were in the league, you missed maybe 2 games altogether.
I think
and then,
one.
Yeah, and then 3 seasons, 2 big injuries like this. Does it make it hard to have the same confidence in your body and the same mental image of yourself, having gone through that twice now? And, are you physically what you were 5 years ago in terms of your knees and being able to function?
Yeah, man. I was fortunate enough to go, like 6 years of my career with only missing 1 game, and I was very upset about the one that I missed due to a hamstring. I think I could have played, but they held me out for all good reason. But yeah, man, I feel like I was just blessed and fortunate enough to not experience any of those injuries early on in my career. And now I've had surgeries the past 3 seasons, and don't know why, but, that's the way that God wanted it to happen. And I think at the end of the day, man, it's taught me a lot about myself, being able to face these challenges and adversities and build character and build that mental strength. So that's something that I can take with me that's now, I think, made me an even better player. I can say, I've experienced it all, in a sense, and I'm still here, but it just continues to motivate me, honestly. And I think, like I said, God always finds little ways to motivate me each and every year, whether it's an article I see or whether it's an injury or a new coaching staff, right? There's always something to keep me going and keep me my battery charged. And so I'm just focused on getting better. And like I said, being available for my team this season and going out there to battle with these guys again.
So you had the 2 ACLs, one on each one, right?
Yes.
Was there another surgery in there somewhere?
Yeah. So I had a shoulder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody really knew. It is what it is.
That was after the 2019 season. You had that then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, last question here with Zach.
Hey, Rodney, I was hoping to ask you about another new face who you have a background with, Zach McPherson. What's your background with the McPherson family? I guess, Zach, what do you recall from him when he was a kid? And for lack of a better term, does it make you feel old that Zach's your teammate now?
Yeah, I do feel old because I told him when he first came in the locker room, I played with 2 of his older brothers, Emmanuel McPherson and Jeremiah McPherson at DeMatha. So I knew their bloodline was long, and it was funny that same morning we drafted him, I was texting them my group message back at home with some of my guys I went to school with, and I said, man, y'all wouldn't believe, but I think this is another McPherson. And everybody knows there's like 7 or 8 of them, and they all look alike. They all have the same build. they all play football. And so I didn't even know there still was one more remaining. And then we pulled the trigger and get him. But, yeah, man, he stepped into this room and just put his head down and just gone to work, honestly. He's been pretty easy. I think I'm gonna make sure he knows the rules for camp, bringing in them snacks and things like that. But we joke with him a little bit, but he's fitting right in. And yeah, so I made sure that I told him I did know his brothers. I think Denard actually played with one of them too. So that shows both of our ages right there. But it's funny, man. I'm just trying to continue to compete and hang with the young guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time, Rami.
All right.